So there's an anime trope that I absolutely love, and that is when a character comes in out of nowhere to either save the day last minute or to just shock everyone. And we've seen plenty of this in Pokemon, so today we're going to be talking about the most epic entrances in the Pokemon anime, and be warned, there's a lot of Gary. Let's get started and I hope you enjoy. So kicking us off, we have Ash and the gang back from the Orange Islands. They're in a dire situation. Somehow Team Rocket have tied all of them up, taken all of their Pokeballs, trapped the whole lab in a giant tent for some reason, and it's game over. Until the man himself shows up. Gary Oak, for some reason, he's wearing a full-on cloak. It's sunny outside, I have no idea why, but he looks so cool, so who cares. He whips out the Nidoqueen, slices open the tent, and saves the day. This is the reason for the video. This is the man on the thumbnail. Nobody does entrances quite like Gary Oak. Next we take a trip to Johto, and Ash and the gang are once again in a dire situation. And we have this rampaging shiny red Gyarados heading towards a town. It's destroying everything in its path, and then we hear Ice Beam, and it's the 7th gym leader Price, making an icy cold entrance. This was just really cool, and what makes it better is that it sets up this whole conflict that he has with Ash over how to raise Pokemon. On to Hoenn, the land of Pokemon contest, and we have May training for her very first contest. She's practicing with her Frisbee and her Beautifly, and she accidentally misthrows the Frisbee, and it's about to hit this young green-haired dude. He's not phased, he catches the Frisbee and goes on to mock May, telling her these moves won't be good enough. A great introduction to a fantastic rival that was Drew. So Ash is now competing in the Battle Frontier, and he's going up against the Battle Factory's brain, Noland. And Noland is showing off all of his Pokemon, saying you can pick whoever you want to battle. And Ash being Ash is like, nah, I want to battle this Articuno that you're friends with, which is a massive flex within itself for Ash. But then at the end of the episode, who does Ash call on to face this monster? He calls upon the fan favourite, the powerhouse Charizard. It swoops in from the sky, and this was just awesome. Ash had only been using his new Hoenn Pokemon in the advanced generation, but the Battle Frontier changed it up, and what a way to show us with Ash's OG ace swooping down from the skies. Alright, so the Battle Frontier is over. Ash has gone home to Pallet Town, and once again Team Rocket are giving him some trouble, but we see this mysterious new Pokemon from Sinnoh. Ash has never seen anything like it. And of course, who does it belong to? It's that man again, Gary Oak. He swoops down from the top of a cliff, rocking his brand new Professor Lab coat, and he saves the day again. This man just doesn't do normal entrances. He makes it cool every single time.
Long time no see, Ashy boy. Oh, it's Gary.
This one is cheating a bit since it's technically not an entrance but a whole scene. Ash is in Sinnoh and he's hearing about this champion Cynthia who's supposed to be a powerhouse, and after seeing her on TV he bumps into her in person. But before he gets a chance to talk, my man Paul just challenges her straight up to a full 6-on-6 battle. The absolute nerve of this man, and as an introduction episode for Cynthia, we see her swat him aside like it's nothing, taking down all 6 Pokemon with no problems at all. This was just a fantastic way to show off how strong the Sinnoh champ is. The next one is not so much a massive epic entrance, but more of a graceful and just really cool sequence. Ash and the gang are about to compete in the Wallace Cup, and they hear about this top coordinator and champion Wallace, and that he is nearby training. And we see him just casually chilling on this rock by this lake, and it was just a really nice calming entrance, and he made a massive impact in this episode. So Ash has made it to the top 4 of the Sinnoh League, and of course he's up against this unstoppable force of nature that is Tobias. His Darkrai hasn't been defeated yet, and Ash is the only man who could achieve that, which is really awesome to see. But then we're all wondering, what's next? This man still has 5 Pokemon left. And out comes a damn Latios, and despite this episode being pretty divisive, this Pokemon's entrance was cool as hell. Next up, I'm kind of cheating with this one. This is more so a return rather than an entrance, but this is Ash's Charizard coming back in black and white. This was just out of nowhere and really cool. It wasn't a shock because the whole episode we was talking about Charizard and the memories, and then it returns at the end, and we got a signature flamethrower to the face and a really wholesome reunion with Pikachu. Next we are in Kalos, and the final stretch has just begun. Things are getting put in place for some massive stakes regarding Team Flare and the Kalos League. And this one is nice and simple. This episode ends and we see Alan cross paths with Ash. This was really small, but it was significant to signal what's to come. The impact these two trains will have on each other, and I thought this was just really visually done well. Sticking in Kalos, we are in a crisis here. Team Flare have gone crazy. They're trying to do their evil shenanigans all around Kalos. We've got these vines everywhere, non-stop mayhem. But But then every single one of the Kalos gym leaders show up, and this was just so cool. This was what we got in the black and white games, and they took it here in the anime and made it so much better. The Alola League final exhibition match, Ash is going up against his father figure Kukui. Kukui is down to his last Pokemon. Ash still has Pikachu and Naganadel. Who is worthy to go up against Ash for this final clash? Tapu Koko appears from the sky and wants to battle Ash. Even though predictable, this was still just awesome. It made so much sense, and if you avoided spoilers or anything, I'm sure this would come as such a nice surprise when watching. And then staying in Alola for the final episode, we have a nice little entrance from Solgaleo, towering behind Ash on the beach to sweep him off on some last minute adventures. We don't know where they went to this day, but it was just a fantastic way to send off this amazing series. So Ash is competing in the Pokemon World Championship, and his next opponent is former companion Iris, and her return in this series was done so well. She appears in her brand new champion outfit, the field, the stadium with all the lights. It was just a perfect way to bring her back, and she made such an impactful entrance. Yep, he's back again. It's our boy Gary Oak. Ash and Go are being attacked by a wild Onyx, and we hear out of nowhere Blastoise Hydro Pump. He saves them once again, and what was so special about this one was that we hadn't seen Gary in such a long time. So it was just awesome to have him back, and I especially enjoyed hearing his dub voice return. Sticking with Journeys, Ash has ventured into the Kalos woods to search for an old friend. And while these infamous Kalos vines are going out of control again, Greninja swoops in doing some sort of backflip while cutting the vines. What a way to introduce a fan favourite Pokemon. When I first watched this gave me the same vibes of first seeing Charizard swoop down. So fair play for Journeys for getting this absolutely right. And to finish us off, we have the newest series, Pokemon Horizons. Our main girl Liko is in a bit of trouble. She's being chased by these thugs. They're on top of a roof for some reason, and once again we have a Charizard swooping down from the skies, because we haven't had enough of that on this list already. We have Freed coming in to save Liko and battle Amethio on the roof. What a way to kick off this series, and what a way to make an entrance from Freed. So that is it. I'm sure there is plenty that I missed. Please let me know any epic entrances that you might remember from this series. But thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.